I don't know, like in terms of like forgetting about it and just like obviously I was still a bit upset about the whole situation. I just have like maybe like my guard up a little bit more now. I was just there thinking like, well, okay, maybe now I can't even trust her. Now she's playing me for an idiot. I was just more like, I guess a very
Hey guys, welcome to Little Black Bird 91. You know, we're giving you guys a review of Love Island. We're going to talk about body language once more again. So, look, we'd like to give you insights into the show in a different way. I'm also going to talk a little bit about repairing the relationship a little bit because Aaron and Kayla, that relationship has been broken in a particular way. Same with Hannah and Kendall. It's been broken in a particular way because both parties, or ladies specifically, use an excuse of "I wasn't thinking." Whenever you say "I wasn't thinking," people can't trust you. What do you mean you weren't thinking? Where did your brain go to? Whenever you use an excuse of "I wasn't thinking," it shows an inconsideration towards your partner that you are thinking and actually stupid. Now, what you should really be doing is going away, thinking about why you actually did what you did, and then offer up a truth. And I would say a truth, maybe not all the truths, because sometimes you can overshare, but a truth about why you did what you did. Right? Because in this moment, their trust is now broken because they actually don't know why you did what you did. They did everything right, and yet you still did wrong, which means in their head, the equation is it doesn't matter how much right I do, you'll still do me dirty and still do me wrong. Do you see how that's a problem? If you don't offer the reason, now their mind will go, well, whatever I do doesn't make a difference. You'll do whatever you want to do. Right? Now, for the mind, for a human mind, this is kind of a scary place to be in, where you're in a place where you feel like it doesn't matter what I do, this person can do me dirty. Now, of course, that's the reality of life, but we don't think of that way in a conscious setting. Like we don't think of that consciously. It's a subconscious thought. And so whenever that comes to the foreground, now the person's going to be seemingly broken in a way that they're going to think like, I can't fix me anymore because you are random. And we look for consistencies of pattern in people's behavior to trust. Imagine somebody was different every single day. You wouldn't trust them because they're different every single day. We trust people's patterns. Okay, all right. So let's quickly talk about Aaron and Kayla. But before we do, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and loaded. And if you're going through trust issues at the moment, then I'm your guy you need to sign up for. Click on my calendar in the description box down below. Maybe you're going through a situation where you've broken somebody's trust, or whether your trust has been broken and you're wondering, how do I get that trust back? Or how do I repair the relationship with my partner? I've broken it and they say they can't trust me anymore. Then reach out to me and let's work on that going forward. All right, cool. Let's get into this video because I want to show you the body language as well.
extreme way of explaining it is disappointed. I wish I did
Now watch this body language here. I know it's not a very good angle.
maybe like you as much as I do like you because it probably make the situation easier. But I think I'll just keep testing us and then it'll do us well and messed
Boom.
up.
That's all you need to see. Just that little angle there. Now, as you can see, his body completely has shifted away from her. He actually, in his head, he's talking to her, but his heart is going the other way. And this is why I'm saying to you that sometimes we conform outwardly, but inwardly we don't feel the same way. Our body language oftentimes can give us away, especially those of us who are very close to wear our heart on our sleeve. It seems that Aaron wears his heart on his sleeve. He can't fake it. So his whole body, if you watch, is turned away from her. Look how his whole body is. His leg is extended away from her, not towards her anymore. Right? His whole body is away from her. Now he's a little bit more open. He's still because he's got his right leg up, but he's actually turned completely away from her to let her know that he's frustrated and hurt. People that wear their hearts on their sleeve, what they're looking for is truth. They're willing to accept flaws, but don't tell them I don't know. Because now they feel like a dickhead. Because they're wearing their heart on the sleeve and being very open and loving, quote unquote, to say, with you. And it feels like you're taking their heart off their sleeve and crushing it right in front of them. And they're always going to feel very much more emotional in that situation than somebody who plays very coy, very cool, who doesn't share all he or she doesn't share his feelings and remains kind of like, reserved. Those who wear their heart on their sleeve, if you do this to them, they will show you emotionally how they feel. Now, the reason why he couldn't get over it is because actually her apology was trash, right? She started off by being defensive first and foremost and started defending her point and actually not taking accountability, but then getting to Rob later on and admitting that she was wrong. So by the time we got to here, yes, now she's saying her sorries, but it's almost like it feels a little bit too late. Now, it's not too late because repair can be done.
Screwed up Love Island the way.
They're laughing. Hey, smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Handshake.
Now, of course, he still hasn't turned his body right because he's not fully convinced by her yet. And of course, he said he's going to open himself up to have more conversations with people. And now the new bomb, I watched the latest episode. The bombshell will come in as well, and that's probably going to cause carnage as well. So you have to look at it from that perspective. He has to realize, she has to realize that what he's going to look for is honesty. Now, if you're somebody who's broken the trust of your partner, here's how I can help you. First thing is this: go away, think about why you did what you did. Come back with a reason, okay? Because people need a reason to trust. A whole situation of, I don't know why I did what I did. Leah did the same thing. Kaylor did the same thing. Hannah did the same thing. Do you know why? They actually have reasons. And the reason why the men are going to distrust them is because if you have reasons, I can trust the reasons because you're thinking and I can see a pattern of thought and I can trace that stream of thought. And I can trust it because it holds on to something. But if you tell me I don't know why I did what I did, there's a dark hole of mystery we don't know, which means I cannot predict your behavior, which means I cannot trust you, which means I cannot build consistency, which means I cannot build a trust with you. But women sometimes use I don't know as a deflection from the truth because they're afraid of telling the actual truth. Kayla wants to have more fun. Tell the freaking truth. Hannah doesn't want to be with Kendall anymore. Tell the freaking truth. You're waiting for the next one to come in. And Leah doesn't trust Rob because he got stolen from her and she has trust issues and she's insecure. That is the reason why, in this instance, that they did what they did. Right? And they don't want to tell the truth. Right? So we have Leah testing Rob with kissing Kendall. We had Kayla with kissing Hakeem or whatever, right? To have a bit more fun. We had Hannah kissing Hakeem doing the madness because she really wanted to have fun and really wanted to truthfully wanted Hakeem. So in this situation, what we're seeing is that women are not being honest about why they did what they did. And that's why trust is not going to be built. If you don't be honest, there's nothing to hold on to. I don't know. It's not an acceptable answer when people are trying to ask for the reason why you did what you did. And people that are not honest about their own darkness, you know what? Here's something you could have said. Here's what he said. Listen, I came here to have fun. Yeah, I was scared to say I wanted to explore in here because I met you and our connection is so strong and I don't want to lose that. And I don't know how to tell you that. Also, I want to be able to explore. I want you to explore. I want you to explore. Now, I may lose you in the process, but I want to be honest. I think both of us need to explore. This is what should have happened. I was selfish in this moment. I kissed another guy for fun and also because I wanted to explore a little bit, right? And I thought it'd be okay within the confinements of the game because no one takes it seriously, right? I admit I was wrong. I thought about it. I realized that if it was me, I'll be angry too. So you have every right to be angry. And this won't happen again because I'm thinking I want to be with you. Or do you know what? From this moment, I know it might be painful, but I do want to explore. Is this option on the table for us to be able to explore other parties? Now he's got two choices, yes or no. Right? But right now, what the women are doing is trying to hold the men in position whilst doing whatever stupidity they're doing. And this is what men do to women too, right? But the women are doing it today. They want to hold the men in position while causing carnage. By the way, grab your hoodie down below as well. Make sure you grab one of these hoodies. Don't be without. Grab your hoodie carnage, right? So what they're doing is being manipulative. And a lot of us do this in relationships too, or in dating at least, right? And we do this where we want to hold our party to stand still and we move mad. And it might not be a kiss. Maybe it's not that, but it's something else, another issue. And the reality is they can't trust what they don't know. They can't trust what you have not shed light on. It's that simple. So, like I said, if you're dealing with these kind of issues right now, make sure you reach out to us as well, okay? All right? We're happy to help you guys in the coaching aspect. I might do a separate video for Serena because I think Serena finally broke it off with Cordell, and I'm so glad they did. Thank freaking God. Okay, thank freaking God. Okay.
Yeah. What is cool?
Come give me a hug.
Oh, don't give me no side hug.
I'm not.
Yeah, it needed to end. We needed it dead. Okay, because girl was telling us first. She told us, listen. She said, and I told you guys about what she said, right? She said that she doesn't feel like she want to flirt and doesn't want to lead him on. Her intuition's off. It's telling her that she's off. She said nobody's worried about her feelings, but she said she's starting to get irritated. And I knew that from the very first day. Baby, you're not starting to get irritated. You were irritated from the very first day. I saw that conversation, and the way that you didn't give him a chance to say that he was an actor, I told you, you were irritated from the very first day. The very first day she met him, she was irritated. So she needed to be honest with herself because she wasn't feeling him. But because she had no other options, she had to keep on with Cordell. She had no other options. You went after Coy didn't want you, and all the other guys didn't necessarily want you. So she had to stick it out. Let's be honest. Okay, but it was never Cordell. It was never Cordell. Never ever was Cordell. And I'm glad she cut it off. I'm glad she finished off the conversation. Old boy thought he was going to get more than a kiss recently, brother. And there is a conversation to be had about the fact that what is the truth about Cordell, because is he not being honest or truthful, or is he being a bit boring, or is it not just that? Is he repeat, meaning that when it comes to the situation with Cordell, he's repeating. He's not able to be expressive and all the way open because he's telling stories. I think they had a joke about him telling a story about hiking and seeing a coyote, and I think that was more of an example of the fact that he tells repetitive stories or stories that don't have much expansion to them, which I totally get. You know what I mean? I totally get. I totally hear as well. But, you know, at the end of the day, the reality of the situation is it needed to end. And it's because when she was irritated, she couldn't keep that out. We saw that. She was short with him. We saw the fact that she wasn't able to really take in his feelings. I saw that and I was like, she doesn't want to be here. And at that point, that's what I was saying about women will give you 45% and tell you they're still good partners. They're actually crap partners when they don't like you. Women are just as bad as men. When women don't like you and they end up dating you or marrying you, which women do, by settling, they are absolutely crappy partners. And let me tell you why. Because their effort isn't towards you. Their effort is towards a relationship. So they'll do everything great for the relationship, but you can sense that it's not for you. Another party is sensing something, but maybe not very fully aware of the fact that something's not quite right. And they too are responding to that energy, right? Nobody's a good partner if you're not really wanting that person. Nobody. Right? Nobody's a good partner. Just because you stuck it out when you don't like that person doesn't mean you're a great partner either. Right? So if Serena wants people to think about her feelings, get the frick out of that relationship, because you're causing. The reason why people are looking at you and thinking that you're the bad person is because they know that you don't like him and you're dragging it. And instead of being accountable, you're trying to figure out like, no one cares about my feelings. Let me show you what I was talking about. She was telling the girls, nobody really cares about my feelings. No, it's not that nobody cares about your feelings, babe. It's not that. It's not that no one cares about your feelings. You're not being honest. You're not being honest about how you actually feel about him, right?
No, not that bad. It's not that bad. I swear.
Because I got that too.
I feel like I literally have fucking Cordell written on my fucking forehead. And then, like, I just feel like everybody's like, poor Cordell. Yeah. And, like, nobody's worried about
Yeah, we're not concerned about your feelings, babe, because you're not being honest. If you were honest, then we could care about your feelings. But if he's telling you he likes you and you know that you don't like him, why would you think that? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when people are saying, I'm saying people are not actually being accountable for their actual behaviors. Men do this, women do this, they all do it, but they don't want to see the actual truth of what their actual behavior is. Nobody cares about my feelings. No, we don't care about your feelings because Cordell's telling you he likes you and everybody in the villa knows he likes you, but you don't like him. So they're not going to think about your feelings. They're going to think about the fact that you haven't told them the truth and you haven't been honest about it because they can see the way you're treating him. Be accountable, sis, and grow from it, right? That's it. I'm loving Jana and Connor. I know they're gonna last. Jana and Connor. I love Jana and Connor. I think they're amazing. I love their energy. I think their vibes are cool, but I know they're not gonna last. I know they're not gonna last. And I'll tell you why. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe you can shoot me, guys. But there was something that happened. I'm gonna tell you. I may be reading into it, okay? But I'm gonna tell you something that happened that kind of put me off a little bit, and I said, listen, I want you to listen very carefully.
When you're working out at the gym.
I feel like we talk about me. I feel like...
No, this is, I mean, you can't tell. I don't work out as much as you do, but...
I think everyone in here can tell. What?
Okay, just this little part. I know you might not think anything. It just my spidey senses went off. She said, oh, it's just like when you're working in the gym, and he said, I feel like we talk about me. And I'm like, yeah, we do talk about you. What else was going to happen? What did you think we wouldn't talk about you?
I feel like we talk about me. I feel like
no. This is I mean, you can't.
I feel like we talk about me, and I was like, wait, what do you think was going to happen? We're going to talk about you. Then I asked myself the question. Well, I wonder, because if Koi is very dismissive, could she be more anxious leaning? Now, anxious meaning that she leans in more. Could it be that she's always asking about him, but maybe she's not really sharing enough about herself, maybe a little bit in the interaction? Maybe he feels like he doesn't know her that very well. Or maybe he's also uncomfortable with her asking so many questions about him. I don't know. But my antennas went right off the chart and they started ringing. So I don't know. I haven't watched episode 7 yet. I'm going to watch, I said day 7, I'm going to watch it. But Yeah, for me, my thing started ringing and said, this doesn't sound good. It's not looking good. You know what I'm saying to you? But anyway, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notifications. Again, remember, if you're dealing with trust issues and repairing your relationship, and you need to repair the trust in your relationship, then reach out to us. I don't want to see you guys break your relationships. If you're suffering right now, you need someone to talk to, you think to yourself, I need help, I need someone that's going to be able to solve this issue, then reach out to us. Right? Click on my description box down below. Look, I'm getting booked up real quick a lot of times, but I want you to reach out to me. Click on the calendar. It's not free, but you're paying whatever you feel the session is worth. All right? So make sure you like, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, so we'll see you again.